my channel Everything Business by Sirisha. Today's video will be a very interesting one. You will come to know about some of the things that big corporate companies do to make sure that you buy more of their products. Most of the times we as the end customer think we have all the choice in the world and we are making conscious decisions to buy one product when compared to the other. But that is not the case. You are being fooled by companies who can invest a lot of money to study this science to make sure that they push you to buy more of their product. That is the science that we are going to study today, which is neuroscience marketing. So you must be thinking, what is this neuroscience marketing? This is a new term. But these techniques have been used by companies not just today, but since decades ago. So what is this neuroscience marketing? Most of the times there are two ways that a human brain thinks. So one is your subconscious thought process, wherein I can give you an example to explain this. For example, let us say you have started from office to home, but on the way, probably you are thinking about you have had a particularly bad day at work. Probably your boss was not happy with you. Probably you were not happy with your colleagues. And there is something else that is going on in your mind. And by the time you see that you have reached home, you have no memory of when you started from office and how you reached home. You have no memory of driving. You have no memory of seeing the traffic or the roads. This is the subconscious mind process. So subconscious mind process is easy because it relies on muscle memory. The things that you have been doing, they have become a habit and a constant. So it makes it easy for you. Now, conscious mind is altogether another thing entirely. If you went for shopping today, you have to make a choice between item A and item B. And that is where your conscious mind comes into picture. It has to think about the different combinations. It has to think about the different reasons why you need to buy item A rather than item B or vice versa. So that is where neuroscience marketing comes into picture. Companies try to make it easy for you to decide on their product using your subconscious mind. Let me give you some examples. Number one, supermarkets. Have you entered a supermarket recently? Probably you went to a supermarket in the first week or the second week of every month to buy the essentials at home, right? Like dal, rice, etc. Have you seen that as soon as you enter the supermarket, everybody knows that these are the essentials, right? Anybody goes to supermarket to buy essentials mostly. Now, once you enter the supermarket, you always find these items at the end aisles, not at the start of the aisles or the middle of the aisles. At the start of the aisles, you will have probably milk, you will have probably cereals, soft drinks, definitely. In the middle aisles, you will see chocolate, you will see biscuits, you will see all kinds of snacks. And at the end of the aisles, that is at the end of the supermarket, you will have all of the essentials. Have you ever thought why this is the case? Because most of the people going to supermarket, probably they're not going to buy chocolate or biscuit because those are also available in a store, right? They're mostly going to buy for essentials. There is a specific reason for that. The supermarket wants you to walk all through those aisles to reach to the essential section because they want to expose to you all of these goodies. They make much more money on the candy and the soft drinks rather than what they make on the essential commodities. So that is also part of neuroscience marketing. Another important example and the most famous one. Have you been to IKEA? IKEA has opened in Hyderabad. Of course, they have also opened in Mumbai. If you go to IKEA, you know that it is super confusing to get out of IKEA. There are, of course, arrows, but once you follow the arrows, you go to all the different sections. You don't find the exit button. You don't find the exit way at all. And you might be thinking, oh, why is this so confusing? It is made confusing because they want to expose you to all of these trinkets, the plastic spoons that come for probably 5 for 100 rupees, all of the small items which you can pick on the way to exit. You see those, you feel attracted to those, you look at the value it is giving, and you think this is worth it. And that is why everybody who goes to IKEA buys more than what they had in their minds. And this is a science, my friend. This is not just by accident. IKEA was created as a set of experiment, and it is a huge success. Now, coming to point number 2. So, have you looked at pricing recently? Do you think you can make a conscious decision looking at price? If I say that this book, right, this diary is approximately 1,500 bucks, whereas probably this ring, right, is approximately 10,000 bucks. Does your mind create some kind of reaction to these things? Mind does not understand pricing. It cannot relate whether this product is supposed to be 1,500 means this is of a good value. If this product is supposed to be of 10,000 bucks, then is this of good value. So what companies do is they put the costlier items and the cheap items together. For example, let us say you go to a nice liquor shop like Q. In Q, you have all the range of wine bottles arranged. If you look at one specific wine bottle, probably that wine bottle is around 500 bucks. The wine bottle just beside it is 700 bucks. Now, because mind does not have any reasoning behind price, it looks at 500, it looks at 700, and it knows that 500 is less than 700 because of the maths, obviously, and you pick the 500 cheaper bottle. Probably the bottle cost is not even 500, right? But this is the kind of tricks that companies play to make sure that you buy more of their products. Now, coming to strategy number 3. Strategy number 3 is creating tiers so that you can make the right choice, which is much more profitable for the company. Again, coming back to pricing strategy. Most of the times, even if you go to a service company, you have 3 tiers of services available. X is the basic service that is available, which is at the cheapest rate. Y is the medium service available, which has all the basic features less some features, and probably its price is not too high, not too low, in between. The third tier is your advanced tier. In the advanced tier, you have everything, the basic and the medium features, but you have additional features or the enterprise level features, and the pricing is too costlier. So, when these 3 tiers are presented to you, which one do you pick? The brain processes information in a different way, and that is what is called as anchoring. Companies work with anchor pricing. Now, if you look at the cheapest option, you don't find all the features that you're looking at. If you look at the advanced option, it is too costly. So, you always choose the medium option. And companies want you to pick the medium option because the medium option is where they make the most profit. Even IKEA. IKEA doesn't make the most profit out of selling furniture, though it is known for furniture. IKEA makes the most profit by its food and the trinkets that you buy. For example, the plastic spoons that we were talking about, which are priced at 100 rupees per 5 pieces. these are the things that IKEA makes the most profits on. And this is the science of neuro marketing. Now, specifically, if we look at Apple, I will end this video with Apple's secret strategy. When Apple launched its iPhone, they launched it at $500, which was way too costlier way back then. But Apple knew that there would be some people who would be willing to pay any price for this new technology. And that is why they launched it at $500. Of course, there were people who bought it at that specific price. And then they reduced the price from $500 to $199 because they also wanted to capture this market, which is price sensitive but still wants the latest gadgets. Now, if you specifically look at this pricing strategy, this is what Apple has been doing for decades. They first launched the product at the highest price point. Now, when people look at the highest price point, they think that is the anchor, and that is where the anchoring term comes into picture. And when Apple gives discounts to this old phone at a lower price, they think it is a steal and start buying it. So that is it, folks. This is the interesting neuroscience marketing. So these are the different tips and tricks that companies use to push you and me to buy more from them. So which of these tips and tricks can you use in your business to make your customers buy more from you? Do let me know in the comment section below. If you want me to cover any specific topic or elaborate more case studies on this interesting neuroscience marketing, do let me know in the comment section below, and I will create an entirely new video just for you on that topic. Apart from this, if you want me to cover any other topic that will be helpful in your business, do let me know in the comment section below, and I will be able to create a video just for you on that specific topic as well. This is Sirisha, founder, chief strategist at Pixels, a business strategy designer and digital marketing company coming live to you from India. If you want to take your business digital, and if you want my services to do that, you can write to me directly at sirisha@brandingbypixels.com. That is sirisha@brandingbypixels.com. The video will be scrolling in this video. The email ID will be scrolling in this video. You can directly write to me there. I will see you again in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if I have added value to you. Smash the like button if you like the video and share it with your friends if you think they would find this interesting. I'll see you again in my next video. Until then, please do take care.